This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Hey guys, it's Max. Today we're going to be taking a look at and comparing two shotgun microphones that are on the complete opposite sides of the pricing spectrum. On one hand, we have the Takstar SGC-598. There'll be a link in the video description. This guy comes in at $25. I know that's hard to believe, but 25 bucks. And on the other side, we have the brand new Rode Videomic Pro Plus. Rode's newest microphone with the most features, really advanced, has some awesome options on it, and we'll be taking a look at that. Now, why am I doing this video? Well, one, just for fun, I think it's cool to compare something that's very inexpensive to something that's on the high end of the spectrum. And two, see if you can buy one of these, get good enough sound for your videos, and save $275. So I'm going to power through some of the similarities and differences so we don't take too long on the features. Both of them are shotgun microphones. This uses a cardioid pickup pattern, picks up from the front, the sides, and rejects from the rear. This one is a super cardioid, picks up from the front, tries to reject from the sides, and does pick up a little bit more from the rear. Both of these can boost the signal that is sent to your camera, which will allow you to turn down your internal preamps and get cleaner sound. This one will do 0 or plus 10 decibels. This one will do -10, which is nice for loud environments like concerts, 0 or plus 20. So it does send a stronger signal. That is good for certain cameras like Canon's, which have really noisy preamps, and that really helps. But for some cameras like the GH5, for example, even if you turn it all the way down internally, this plus 20 is still too loud. Now, one of the features that this awesome microphone has is a dual track recording, like a safety track. So when you hold down these two buttons, it enables, and you're able to get the right side at plus 10 and the left side at plus 20. So effectively, you can do plus 10 with this. It just takes more time in post to split up the channels and use only the right channel. Now, the Rode has a few more tricks up its sleeve. First off, the cable is detachable, so you don't have to worry about it going bad. You can also put on a longer cable and has a screw mount so you can securely attach it. It also has a high frequency boost, so if you're going to put on a cover over this for really noisy environments, you're going to regain some of those frequencies. You can also select for your high pass filter between 150 and 75 Hertz instead of just 200 on this one. Another huge benefit is that it comes with a rechargeable battery that lasts over 100 hours. Very easy to put in and close the slot, unlike the previous models, and you can actually recharge it via USB. You can also power the microphone with a USB power bank, and if for some reason this is dead, you can actually put in 2 AA batteries in here, and that will also last a very long time. So it's very convenient as far as the power options. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention is my favorite. It's the auto on and auto off. This is great because I've had multiple shoots that were ruined because the mic wasn't on, and I just finished editing a Catholic wedding where the ceremony was over an hour and we forgot to turn the mic on, and it's such a huge pain to have to manually sync up everything. It sucks, so that feature is great. Now, those are definitely some great features, but there are a few things that I like better on the Takstar, and I'll talk about those at the end of this video. But what if you don't forget to turn on your microphone, you set your levels correctly? Can you save $275 and still get some good sound? Before getting into the sound comparisons, I want to give a big shout out to Squarespace. I've built 5 websites using Squarespace and have been recommending them for over 4 years now. So when they reached out and wanted to sponsor the channel, it was a no-brainer. Whether you're wanting to build a portfolio site, e-commerce, blog, or anything else, they've got you covered. They have an easy-to-use website builder with great templates and automatic versions for mobile devices. Follow the link in the video description to start your free trial and to get 10% off your first purchase. All right, guys, so we're outside here. We're going to do a couple tests. It's raining. We don't want to be out here too long, but we're going to start off with 0 decibels. We're going to see how it compares. We have both cameras set the same manually to 12, so if there's any volume differences, we'll see that. And also, we're going to check out the sound differences. This is a shotgun microphone comparison between a $25 microphone and a $300 microphone. This is a shotgun microphone comparison between a $25 microphone and a $300 microphone. Now let's do the same test, but on the Takstar, we have it set to plus 10 decibels, and on the Rode, we have it set to plus 20 decibels. Now, since the Rode has a hotter signal, we didn't have to turn up the levels as much, and you guys will see if you notice any difference in noise floor between the two. This is a shotgun microphone comparison between a $25 microphone and a $300 microphone. This is a shotgun microphone comparison between a $25 microphone and a $300 microphone. So we're back inside away from the rain, which is nice. The cameras are set up a little bit further away from me, about 4 feet, and we're going to run the same exact tests. Right now you guys are hearing just what the built-in internal microphones on the Sony a6500 sounds like, and then you'll be able to hear what the shotguns sound like. This is the audio quality comparison between a $25 shotgun mic and a $300 shotgun mic. This is the audio quality comparison between a $25 shotgun mic and a $300 shotgun mic. This is a sound quality comparison between a $25 microphone and a $300 microphone. This is a sound quality comparison between a $25 microphone and a $300 microphone. Now for the boom test. As you can see, this is our regular typical type of setup. I have the Rode Videomic Pro Plus right above me. As you see, I'm just using a simple extension to plug into my Sony. And with this setup, I actually have this guy at +20 and the camera down to the minimal, which is 1, 0 being off. And I am turning on the dual record function because the +20 is too loud. Now with that dual record, I'm gonna pull the right side channel, which is technically like a +10, and we're gonna go off of that. So you do have to do extra steps. If you don't wanna do that, where you have another Rode Videomic Pro that just has +20, you're gonna have to use the 0, whereas the Tascam has that +10 boost, which is about perfect, having a microphone about a foot away boomed from your subject. This is an audio quality test with the $300 Rode Videomic Pro Plus. This is an audio quality test with the $25 Takstar shotgun microphone. So now I'm going to do the last test, which is noise rejection. How well do these mics reject noise from the sides and from the back? Because when we're recording somebody, we want it to mainly pick up in the front areas. So I'm just going to play some noise from YouTube, hold it about 6 inches away from the microphone, and we'll compare how they do. Alright guys, so let me know what you thought of the sound comparisons in the comment section below. I want to hear you guys' opinions because the last time I did a test like this, a lot of people actually preferred the Takstar, which was surprising. Now personally, I like a sound somewhere in the middle. Now the Rode, especially this newer one, has a lot of bass. It has that rich kind of sound that people like, whereas this thing actually picks up the highs better, at least from what I heard. Now you can very easily add a lot more bass to this, like you guys can hear right now. This is an audio quality test with the $25 Takstar shotgun microphone. This is an audio quality test with the $25 Takstar shotgun microphone. And you can also do a little bit of a treble boost on the Rode to gain some of those high frequencies back. So either way, you can tune the sound to your liking, but I would give the win to the Takstar because you're getting a $25 microphone with a really nice sound once you add a little bit of bass back in, and I really like how it sounds. So what about the noise? Well, if you're shooting with a Canon camera that has a really good internal preamp, it's not that big of a difference. I mean, you can notice it if you're listening to it side by side and trying to tell the difference because you do have to turn the gain up higher, but it's not huge. And in a lot of situations, like if you're gonna boom it or if it's a loud situation, you can't use that +20 regardless. Now, if you're on a Canon camera that has really noisy preamps, the +20 is really useful, and that's how these microphones got super popular. Now, if you're shooting on a Panasonic, for example, it has pretty good preamps. You can't use that +20 pretty much never because the preamps don't go low enough. So what about sound isolation? Well, basically what I heard is we normalized both at the front, so they're about the same volume. And then from the sides, they were very similar. Now this was surprising to me because the Rode is supposed to block out the sides and pick up on the front and a little bit in the back, super cardioid pattern. This guy's a cardioid, so it actually picks up from the front and sides. So I was surprised by how well it blocked out the noise when we had it on the side of the camera. Now I also mentioned that there's a couple things that I like more about the Takstar than I did with the Rode. One of those are the cable clips. We have two of them, one on each side, one's in the front here, so you can actually leave just enough slack with the cable to plug in and the rest will just hang out right up front, which is nice. This guy, what I typically do is end up wrapping around the cold shoe mount here, and it does have one little mount right over here, but you do get more cable in front. Since this has a detachable cable, obviously you can get a shorter one, and that kind of fixes the issue, but I like how they implemented this on each side. Now, the other one is a huge one, and it was my biggest complaint in my review of this microphone, and that is the mount setup. So let's say you're gonna be going out with your GH5 and you're gonna be doing some handhold shooting at a 200mm equivalent. You're gonna put it up and you're gonna use your viewfinder to get some nice steady footage, right? Well, you don't have to shoot with this lens, but if you wanna use a viewfinder and one of these microphones, you're gonna run into some troubles. So the way that this mounts, the microphone sits quite a ways back, and the way that this plugs in, that's another 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. So when you put it up to your eye, you just can't get to the viewfinder. So if you want to use a shotgun and use a viewfinder, you have to get some extender, some bracket, or some other type of workaround, and it really just doesn't make sense why they didn't test it. And it's not only in this camera, it's on the 3 different cameras that I have, you have this issue. Now, the Takstar also has that same issue, as you guys can see how far back this goes. But they did something that was quite smart, and they allowed you to use a couple different mounting points on here. And now, there you go, no issues. I am still kind of touching it slightly, depending on how close I want to get, but it's definitely usable, and you're not going to be having issues using it this way. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna have links to both these microphones in the video description. If you're on a low budget and you wanna get a microphone to improve your audio, this guy is such a good deal, especially when you consider that you can get an extension cable and like a boom arm setup, and at under $100, maybe 70 to 80, you can have really great quality sound for videos like this one, compared to spending way, way more for this Rode or like the Videomic Pro. And if you guys have been thinking about making a website, definitely please go check out Squarespace. I highly, highly recommend them to all my friends and family, and to you guys as well. You guys can use that link to get 10% off and start a free trial with no credit card required. Squarespace is awesome, and thank you once again for sponsoring this video. And thank you guys for watching, and you guys can hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.